this 10 has been seeming a little bit of intimidating, but then this is what she likes to do to sort of move to the 10,000 on the track. And she's looking to prove her medal as a potential 10,000-meter athlete.
I think after conquering from the 15 to 5,000, now she's moving to 10. Well, she's aiming to achieve the 10,000 meters goal, win a 10,000 meters gold, either at the World Championships, and then in her period she becomes a complete athlete or a complete product.
And Faith Kipyegon has been poised to be going head-to-head with Agnes ETICH, 10,000-meter road world record holder, and she's also possessing the second fastest time in the half marathon, winning the Valencia half marathon earlier on, not too long ago actually. So Faith Kipyegon actually also has
today, and so in competing here, she just wants to have that feeling of being full and completing the circle. But I think she wants that gold medal either at the Olympics or the World Championships at all costs. And given her tenacity, I can foresee that we still have a lot to see of Faith Kipyegon.
Agnes ETICH is in the lead at the inaugural edition of the Sirikwa Classic, but back then it was being called the Agnes Memorial. She was a distance 17.
Yes.
During that edition, and she placed fourth at the World Cross Country Championships in Belgrade in 2024, and that was a beautiful race to watch for the Kenyan. Was that or only Bathurst?
It was only Bathurst, but again, from her progression, it shows that she's also a person on a mission. Probably
and having to play catch up for the rest of the race. This should be interesting to see how this builds up, how it pans out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Spirit as well as the muscles of the opposition. Now it will be very, very interesting because she has done this on purpose to break everybody, break away, and it's not rare. It is very rare to find an athlete competing at this level and under these weather conditions, breaking away without not having a game plan.
So, Agnes ETICH,
yeah.
Go ahead.
So as you can see, Faith is closing in, because in that split of a second, she let her go. Now she has to work. She has to work very hard. She's also very experienced, so she's gradually going to reel her, and before long, in the next 1 or 2 laps, we are going to see an interesting race. But if she doesn't not up her game, then we are going to see very interesting and very interesting results in this race. But I can see Agnes, she's ready and she's rocking.
Agnes ETICH is a typical front runner.
Yeah.
In most of her races. Even at the Belgrade Championships, she was front running for most of it. Just couldn't really keep up at the tail end of it. But from what I understand, she was not feeling well that day.
But from the way things are panning out, and from what I can see is that she's actually in a true form, and you can the fact that she has looked behind to see what is happening means that she's absolutely too much pain. Then you have to recover. It takes about 10-20 meters to recover. But from what I've seen is that she has maintained her consistency.
With about 3 and change laps to go, it will be very, very interesting to see if Faith Kipyegon can actually catch up. What we do know is that Faith has speed. So if she still has her in her sights, by the time they're coming to the last lap, then Faith could actually do some damage.
Well, Faith always have faith in her own heart, and I tend to agree with you that it's not yet over. Probably the last lap is what we are going to see what will happen, because this is also a very good opportunity for Faith to show us and also to test herself to that I saw today. And what was written on her face was that she was enjoying what she was doing, and keeps on growing and making her, the people's princess
that you're having with other organizers of meets.
Yeah, then you see, she's a very important asset for world athletics, because now that new series, it's supposed to be the premium brand of athletics. And if what we are seeing today is that she's building up, it means she's here to train, to build on her endurance, to build on her speed, so that give it to Faith, because apart from these two, they have actually broken from the rest of the field. That means that it is something that...
in second position with 6:56, Janet Chepngetich, who we cannot see at this time, finished the first loop in 7 minutes and 5 seconds.
So you're already talking of between first and third, you're talking of 1 full minute. Okay, and we have only covered 10 minutes of the scheduled time. That means that
a tactful race.
Who had expected to see a close race, but instead it's like this is a crowning moment. I don't see Faith catching up with her. Probably she'll just maintain her position, and I'm sure if she's looking behind, she's very comfortable, well aware that a country, they would have finished third overall on the athletics medal standing. Our men probably in position 11. And that was not by fluke. Look at the 2023 Budapest World Championships. They replicated what they did for the Los Angeles Olympics. So we have to give up for our lady runners. As you can see, it's like this is like the top two athletes. It's what you're calling daylight. She's here. We can see that Faith is still strong, and now you can see the rest of the field has sort of spread. But barring anything, I can see Agnes winning this race.
Fascinating that the split time for the second lap was 6:18. So it means that she's running negative splits. Agnes Chepngetich.
Yeah.
And that's why the distance between her and Faith Kipyegon is just increasing. And now it's an 11-second difference.
She's leaving the teenage period, is that she's improving with the time. We are going to see a lot of Agnes at the world level, 2025, all the way up to 2030. I would say she's part of the Vision 2030.
And you know, we were expecting a head-to-head and it's between Agnes Chepngetich and Faith Kipyegon, but Agnes still has the capacity to look around.
And it keeps on extending. So what we can say for our good Faith is that today was not her day, but she has run a good race, and the second is there for her taking. But the day today belongs to Agnes. And I can see as the race, as we are entering the final stretches, is that nothing is going to change, because that distance keeps on increasing. So amazingly, I would like to know how she trained for this event, in that she was able, or is it the time sort of reduced? So it means there's a lot of these athletes are expending a lot of energy, but not again. Now 27.
I'm having a look. That was your prediction, isn't it?
Yeah, it's being followed by the wind. That is a good advantage. But if she's facing the wind, that means that she's extremely strong. But even at 27, at 26, you see the ground.
And cross country is really, maybe you can speak to the benefits of cross country that will allow you to have such a dominant season on the track.
You can see what she did in Bathurst, competing under very severe weather conditions. It was very hot, very humid. And then 2 years later, or rather, 2 years later, there she was Olympic champion, attempting a double, which has never been attempted before successfully by a Kenyan woman runner. She's, as I said, she's just making athletics look so easy. But look what is behind. Look at the mayhem she has left. She's like Tokyo is several months away. It means that she's got a very long season ahead of her. But nonetheless, we can say that she has given it a try. She has done her best. today was not her day, and you know, the problem with athletics is that you cannot predict what will happen, as we have seen with Agnes today, from 17th to 4th, and now to a possible podium finish.
Right, and it looks like Faith is a little worn out, because to my eye, it looks like Janet was catching up and now in contention for the second place finish.
I would not wish even my worst enemies.
And it's important to note that Agnes ETICH finished a distance 17th in the inaugural edition of this race. Back then it was being called the Agnes on.
Exactly. This is to show what we missed out. And again, this is a clear demonstration to show that the 3 years from her inaugural participation in this race, that the distance she has covered can be compensated with a victory today. And will stop her from achieving what she has been aspiring or what she has been chasing for the last 3 years.
Agnes looking to me like she's going to do something very, very special in the last lap. She covered the 3rd lap in a split of 6 minutes 30 seconds.
Slow down to show that, look, I'm the champion today. I had prepared well, and nobody can stop me. This sort of towards the finish, we would say this is a crowning moment. What a race! This is amazing from this lady of only 24 years.
It looks like we've lost an athlete at this time, and Faith Kipyegon as well has stopped.
It is
really not the race we were hoping for, but it just might have taken too much from her. Like we said, the conditions are adverse. It is a 26 degrees Celsius day, absolutely in a class of her own. Being cheered on as she makes it towards the finish. We are going to have a new champion in the Sirikwa Classics 10-kilometer senior women's race, and the name is Agnes ETICH. Barring any disaster,
absolutely,
and it looks unlikely to me, but this up for all of it.
Yeah, this is a symphony in motion. She's so fluid. She looks, she's making running so easy. She's not struggling. That means making this race, you can see even her hands and her legs are in perfect sync. Therefore, now we can single it out as one of the best in the world, as it is going to be discussed that today was the home stretch, that even now the crowd are mesmerized by the way she has made this race look so easy. But when you look behind,
she completed it in 6 minutes 38 seconds. This is her passing the A-line frame tent, which is known as the entertainment shelter, here today at the 4th edition of the Sirikwa Classic. Agnes ETICH has a point to prove, eating up the last man-made.
That you can see after building all that, building that huge gap, that she was
first edition of this race, and here she is, the 10-kilometer road world record holder, as well as the second fastest half marathon timer, is on her way to become the Sirikwa Classic champion at the 4th edition. What a dominant run. We haven't seen this kind of performance by anyone here today. Agnes ETICH is the name. We will be remembering this performance for years to come.
Absolutely. You can see after crossing the line, we had the sign of the cross, and she was not she was perfectly in sync. It's as if she has finished just a morning jog, and we can say what a fantastic runner, what a fantastic race, and congratulations to Agnes. You've been fantastic, you've been mesmerizing.
And of course, Janet ETICH coming in second, and Chebet Miriam should be coming in third. But this has been a very, very, very dominant race from the world 10-kilometer road race. World record holder Janet Agnes ETICH Chebet, finishing in a time of 32 minutes 42 seconds. Of course, we'll be confirming the times in a bit, but that's the third finisher, that is Miriam Chebet. She comes in 33 minutes 52 seconds to claim third spot. Janet ETICH 10th. look at the difference. 1 minute, 10 seconds.
I mean, this is amazing. She's already done 10 kilometers at 32 minutes, 43 seconds. 1 minute, 10 seconds faster than ETICH. That shows that her race plan was well planned and executed perfectly by what she did in the first 2 laps, so that in the next 3 laps it looked so easy, but it was not easy. It's unfortunate. We are yet to know what happened to Faith Kipyegon, and more so we also want to know what is her comment. But I'm sure from her smile is that she has achieved what she has desired, or what she has been planning and looking forward to in the last 3 years.
And of course, beautiful scenes there of Agnes ETICH Jebet, of course, winning after finishing 22nd in 2023. This has been a very amazing race. But then coming in second, of course, is Janet Jepngetich, another name that has really dominated the cross-country series over the last season, and she is elated at one.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting sports content.